Good afternoon. It's Saturday, the 7th of December, 2024. It's just after 12:30 p.m. here in the UK. It's another miserable day, at least outside. Hopefully not in here. Hopefully not in this stream. Hopefully not playing while playing the game, but we'll find out. Welcome to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'm player of games, just for a change. But as always, it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is racing in multiple series within Real Racing 3 Update 13. And this is part 15 already of this little mini series. I think before I get started, there was an issue on yesterday's stream. It's not so much that it was glitchy, but or lagging, but effectively the game streaming part, it looked like it was dropping frames every now and then. So it looked as if there was a stutter. I don't think that was the fault of the AirPlayer application. I think there's an underlying issue with the studio software I'm currently using. So I've gone back to an older version of the AirPlay application because it uses less data and runs at a lower refresh rate, which doesn't seem to cause issues with the studio, which is a shame. But again, as always, I'm always looking to improve these streams, so there might be improvements ahead. It might be a bit bumpy on the way. So hopefully today's stream won't have that juttering in the game. Fingers crossed. So on that note, I'll share the iPad screen and get the volume turned up. Oh, no, I didn't want that. I didn't want that. That's the wrong thing. I am just a little bit disorganized this afternoon. All right, let's try that again. There we go. Okay. Now, hopefully, we've got some volume. You might not be able to hear that, but I can. So I know when we're racing, we will have volume. That's good. Right, where to begin? I think what I want to go through first is you'll notice on the left-hand side, all of a sudden, we've got loads of notifications in the game. And that's because it looks like there's a series of flash sales. Now, I'm not bothered, obviously, about the in-game purchasing. Never touch that. Leave that well alone. But what I am interested in is the sales below. Now, I think that's not the total list of cars that are in sale. I think there's a couple more. So let me just bring up my notes in terms of... Yes, that's right. They're not on my pad today. They will be on my pad going forward, but at the moment they're on the computer today. So what's missing from my list is the McLaren MP4-X. Now, that is only 40% discount, but it is one of the top range cars. So as always, how I approach whether or not I apply an upgrade in terms of the discounted upgrades. Now, I've been saying three things, which is how much gold you've got, what's the overall cost of the upgrades, obviously with the discount applied, and what's the reward you're going to get back. I think, to be fair, I probably should add one more thing as well, which is bearing in mind the whole point of the game, at least I think the whole point of the game, is to get to 100% in road collection and 100% in motorsports. So you probably want to also bring that into consideration as well. How much closer does it take me to road collection being increased in terms of percentage completed? So I'm going to very quickly go through these cars. As always, it's quite funny when you look at it. So the first one on the list is the Toyota TS040 Hybrid 2014. Just give me one moment while I go back. I am now completely lost where I am. I am not in there. Yes, I am. Let me go back. There we go. In the live chat on the YouTube side, Alexander Hikuforov says, hi. So Alexander says, I wouldn't improve anything except Nissan. Well, let's see if you're right. Let's take a closer look. So as you can see, I do have upgrades to apply to this particular car, which is the Toyota. But if I think it's in the sports section, the motorsports garage. So if we go into there, first off, no exclusive series. Second off, it's in 2 series. So if we go into the first series, at least from my perspective, that series is at 100%. Go into the second series, also at 100%. So from my perspective, there's no reward to be had, no point whatsoever of applying any upgrades to this car. That obviously might be different for yourselves, but that's my decision on that particular car. In addition, the next one, McLaren F1 GTR. Again, I think this is a car that's in the sports section. As you can see, I've got loads of upgrades to potentially apply to this car. So let's take a look and see what series this car is available in. Again, no exclusive series. It's in 3 series in total. So 1998 season. It's at 100%. Real Racing Redux series. Also at 100%. Again, this is for me. You guys may be different. McLaren Generations. Also at 100%. So for me, it's another car that, although there are upgrades available on it, those upgrades are at 40%. There's no point in doing it because there's no series left to complete and there's no reward, therefore, to be had by carrying out any upgrades. So that's 2 cars I've looked at, and 2 cars I'm not interested in applying any upgrade. Next on the list. So this is where Alexander said he reckoned the Nissan 240Z R3 spec might be worthwhile doing. So it's another car that's only had 1 upgrade applied in terms of my gaming. It's a 40% discount. Is there anything to be had by it? So let's assume that this car is in the road garage. There we go. It does have an exclusive series. If I go to the R3 spec showcase, that is not completed, but unfortunately the car in question isn't the top car, and it looks like it's not the top car by quite a bit. So I suspect upgrading this car to 100% wouldn't allow it to get up to a PR of 59.7. So what I'll do here is I'll just check the car itself, because I did obviously have a look. And let's see what its maximum PR is. Yeah, there we go. So the maximum PR this car can get up to is 48.2. So I can't unfortunately complete that series with this car, but it does have an exclusive series. So looking at the exclusive series, it's not going to earn a massive amount of gold, 25 gold. However, the overall cost of doing all of the upgrades, hopefully, let me find that somewhere. Let's have a look. So the overall cost of applying all upgrades without discount is 271. Now, how obviously that then is calculated is it might be a little bit more than the calculation I'm about to do, but in crude terms, 271 times 0.6 is the amount of gold I have to spend, 162. Let's round it up to say 165 gold. So upgrading this car to the full amount, 165 gold, let's say, and I get a reward back of 25 gold. So overall, it's only going to cost me 140 gold. So I do very much agree with Alexander. If you do have the gold available, this car, because it's not costing you a load of money, the discount isn't bad at 40%. It's definitely worthwhile doing. So, yeah, definitely worthwhile doing. Octaviano, oh, sorry, terrible at pronouncing. Octaviano Dimis Orlando says, "Keep spirit, bro. I will try. I will try. This is a fun game," he says. It is indeed. Alexander says, "Next week you will get a Porsche." Yes. And the Porsche I will be going for as well. So in terms of this car, I'm not going to upgrade it today, but it's definitely on my radar. And I've got 2 days. So I've got till a Monday. So I reckon as long as I can get that goal just a little bit higher over the next couple of days, I will look to upgrade this particular car. But I won't do it until Monday. Okay, so that's the third car. The next car is the Maserati Gran Turismo MC Stradale. I've almost got this car up to 100%. I've only got one upgrade, I think, to apply to it. Let's just go across. Yeah. So it'd be nice if this had an exclusive series. So the question is, does it? And obviously the answer to that is no. But if I go into what series this car is in, it's in 1. Take a look at the series at 100%. So again, that car I'm not going to do. Lakshay Jangre joins the chat and says, "How you doing, Tony?" I am doing very well. The YouTube person ending Orlando says they're from Indonesia. People are from all over the place, all over the place. But yeah, good to have you all with us watching. Right, okay, so that's it. As I said, what I might do and what I am tempted to do, not today though. I'll look at it again on Monday in terms of what my goal is. I am aware of the cars that are going to be available. So I am potentially tempted because it will open up a brand new series, an exclusive series, and therefore to race that to completion has the potential of taking me closer to that 75% mark in the road collection overall. So I'm not going to look at the Nissan 240Z S30 R3 spec today, but I will revisit it on Monday. Okay, so some good news. I mean, first off, I'm not going to do time trial today, but I am in Group C there. I'm 1.149 seconds now only away from B. I probably won't get there, but for me, that's not a bad effort at all. But what I really wanted to show everybody is, as suggested, the Formula One finale. My target was to get to Group C. When I finished the live stream yesterday, I think I was at 0.001 second away from Group C. So obviously what's happened overnight is quite a number of people have played. I've probably scored a time for the first time, but the time has been less than mine. That's effectively, because this is all based on percentages, pushed me into Group C. So I'm now sitting Group C in this competition, being at 25 gold. So bearing in mind my car isn't fully upgraded, so if we just move across to other people in Group C, there we go. Now that's friends. There we go. Group C into the top 5%. I am towards the bottom. My time is 59 seconds, and obviously the fastest time is 56 seconds. But you'll see there, most people that are scoring well into Group C have a car fully upgraded. My car is only at 130.6. So overall, quite happy with that. I probably won't do any racing today on that car. But yes, another success. Group C, pushing ever so slowly closer and closer to Group B. It is going to be a short stream today. I know some of you like watching the Formula One racing that's on. So I believe qualifying is at 2 p.m. UK time. So I will make sure I am completed by then. So Alexander has said, high management assistant prevents you from achieving higher results. I am not doubting that at all. However, low skill capability stops me from turning high management assistants off, if that makes sense. But slowly but surely, they will be turned off and I will get better and better. Jose asks, how high does the PR need to be to finish the Maserati? That's a good question. Let me have a look. Again, I do have notes on that. Let's have a look. Just bear with me one moment while I get that information for you. Where is it? Okay, so the last. So let me just go to see what I'm on, what spec I'm on. Where are you? There you are. Right, so there we go. So that's quite interesting. So to complete that particular series, you need a minimum PR of 62. And as you can see there, I've literally upgraded all but one, and I'm at 62.4. So I would suggest that is the minimum that you've probably got to get to complete that series. Now, obviously, I left the engine because that would have been the most expensive upgrade to apply, because effectively it's at level 8, whereas all the other upgrades are at maximum level 4, so they would have been a lot less. So depending on where you are, it may be worthwhile doing. But again, as I always say, look up the number of upgrades that you need to apply to achieve the series, work out the cost, look up the rewards that you'll get from that series, do the calculation, make the decision based on the amount of gold that you've got available. So I hope that helps out. Okay, that's interesting, Alexander. So you said I rented a Mercedes, upgraded it completely except for the brakes, and took 81st place. So I guess there's some sneakiness that you can do in the time trials. So potentially, what I could do is I could do a save. I wonder. I wonder if that might actually have a problem, because I'm sure I've seen it that when you do a save and then you do upgrades and then you restore, it says something about removing your time trial. But yeah, duly noted. Julie. Anyway, in terms of where I am, I'm happy. Let's actually get some racing done today. Otherwise, I'll be talking all the time. So first off, I'm still at 74% in road collection. The exclusive series is at 42% now. I'm not going to get a reward from the Chevrolet Corvette Grand Sport, but it looks like I've got the possibility of the Koenigsegg JESKO Absolute. So what I'm going to do first is the Chevrolet. Let's get a couple of races out of this car. I'm just going to do the Cups. Oof. I'll give the Daytona International Speedway a go, but it's only 3 laps, and this is one of the toughest tracks I find to win on. Chewing Huffning says hello there. Welcome along. Thanks for joining. He says it's the end of the road tomorrow. Yes, it is the end of the road event tomorrow. Yes, and I will be streaming that. It will be a later stream because I'll make sure that I do it after the Grand Prix tomorrow. So it will be 4 p.m. UK time that I'll be doing that stream. I already have the car. I've already got quite a number of upgrades applied to it. I'm sure you've all seen how good or bad I am now. So you'll be able to use it as a reference point in terms of how well you will do. Now, it is reported that you can potentially do it just on the $R upgrades, or indeed even better than that. So if you're really good at this game, you should find tomorrow's event relatively straightforward. So it will be interesting how I get on. I'm in the top 5%, obviously, generally speaking, but I'm not one of the best players out there. Right, let's get some racing done. Okay, there we go. So I'm in some 20 seconds still. Oops, a daisy. That's a bad start. I really don't like this track. Just go around the outside and maybe cut into the inside. No, maybe not. Down the middle. 14th, 13th. I mean, ideally, I need to be in third by the end of this lap, so that's not going to happen. But it's all right. It's just a bit of fun. So Truing says he's preparing for the no upgrade, right? Well, good luck. Good luck. I mean, again, the thing about cars like the Bolide is they're so powerful. You can win a lot of stuff with it, even when it needs servicing. So the idea of being able to achieve without an upgrade kind of makes sense. I don't think I'd be doing it, but yeah, fully understand where you're coming from. And I'm not convinced I'm going to be hitting the podium on this race. But at least it puts a marker on the board in terms of where I come. That's how I'm looking at this. It's a relaxing Saturday afternoon, little bit of racing before the Grand Prix qualifying. Oh dear. It's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Jose says hello in the chat as well, I see. Welcome along. He says he's on 59 RIP. I don't know what that means. Hope everything is okay. Hope you're doing all right. Hope your weather's better than what it is here. It is quite miserable. It's going to be raining all day, and it's going to be quite windy. And relatively cold as well. So look at that. 12th place on the second lap. I'm not going to be anywhere near achieving this today. So I didn't rush to try and get any races won on this car, because I think this is going to stay around for quite some time. There's quite a lot of races in this particular series that are actually quite hard to do, mainly because the number of laps are quite small. There's a 2-lap Silverstone bridge circuit that I'm struggling with. There's obviously this circuit I'm struggling with. I also think there's a Laguna Seca circuit that I'm struggling with as well. So this series may be around for quite a bit. But again, my view is any races or cups that haven't been done, give them a go, see where you finish, move on to the next one. And then once I've had at least one go in each of the cups, I'll then come back and try and improve. Well, there we go. That's probably my worst effort since live streaming. 10th. I knew it'd be hard. I didn't think, though, I'd be that bad. Hopefully, the game isn't too bad for you guys. I hope there's not too much frames being dropped. As I said, I have gone back to the lower bitrate AirPlay application, so the graphics will have reduced, but it does mean you don't get that the jutter. It is something I'll look to fix again, as always, in the background. So stay tuned for improved streaming, improved graphics, hopefully, and just all round improved live stream. So there we go. 10th, rubbish. Oh, I forgot to service the car. Not to worry. Now, I know what Alexander's going to say. He's going to say do some of the endurance. So I'll just go through the endurance, because I have done all the endurance as far as I'm aware already. Let me just have a look. There we go. So again, I'm sure I've said it before, but I'll say it again. When your car has run out of service, what I would do is make sure that my device is in an offline state, so it's not connected to the internet, and I would do the endurance races. The reason being is when you're racing against a computer, when you're in an offline mode racing in endurance, you're only competing against the computer opponents. And that usually means the maximum number of miles that they record is 6.7. And typically, even with a car that needs servicing, you should be able to do more than 6.7 miles. So they are easy victories. But if we just go through them, you'll see that I've probably done all the endurance ones. There we go. All the endurance ones have been done. So that's the end of that bit of racing today. I didn't plan that very well today. I have been a little bit busy this morning, so I wasn't able to do all my normal prep work in terms of making sure my cars are ready to go. So let's hope that's not the case with the KOENIGSEGG JESKO ABSOLUT. I'll be absolutely gutted if that is the case. So let's take a look. So potential of earning 40 gold today. Have I got a fully serviced car? Yes, I have. Thank God for that. So opportunity of earning 40 gold. I am going to do what I would class as the middle type races. So things such as the speed record, the head-to-head, because they're only one lap in length. So you can normally do quite a few of them. Jose says still quite an enjoyable stream with a lower quality. Thank you very much. I will look to get that sorted. Unfortunately, not today, but thanks for the feedback. Very much appreciated. Right, so tier 11, speed record, the Daytona International Speedway road course. I'm at 68%, potential of getting, I guess, to 70%. This is one of those speed records where the fastest part of the lap is after the start and before the first corner, but only if you were starting the lap previous. So what I'm going to do is go a little bit back from the start line and see if I can do, or rather take, the speed record. I'll just casually go round. There we go. Now, I suspect it's probably around about 100 miles per hour that I need to do around that corner. So let me just turn the car around and let's go. There we go. Nice and easy. Let's get on. Yes, there we go. All right. Well, would you believe it? I didn't need to do it because I hit first before hitting the finish line. So, but it's always worthwhile doing just in case it's a little bit harder than expected. So I've got first already. I just need to get round the lap nice and cleanly. Just asking Alexander. So, Alexander, in terms of your F1 place, I take it then you restored your cloud save, so you got your gold back. Did that still mean that you were still in that position? If you wouldn't mind commenting in the chat, I'm sure that would be useful information to everybody as well that's watching the stream. There we go. All right, so there we go. So that's a first. Hopefully that takes him up to 70%. Skip video, 70%. So that's tier 11. Tier 12, there's a head-to-head. Let's get on and do it. I'll either get up to 71% or 72%. Let's find out. If I win, of course. Oh, there we go. Right, there we go. So I'm in first. I'm 100 yards ahead of second. I do like my head-to-heads. I do find them quite enjoyable. It's only one lap. A nice, easy race. It's very rarely I don't win. I think the only time that it's been on stream where I've sort of like not won was when I was actually racing this car and the car needed servicing. But because the car is so fast, I thought I'd give it a go just to see if it could still hold its own despite the fact it had negative durability. Unfortunately, on that occasion, it wasn't the case. But other than that, I think my head-to-heads have been all but that one successful. And there we go. That's another first. Okay, let me just see if I can put it into the chat, Alexander. 1 second. Oh, let me just see if I can. Let's do all. Where did you finish? 81st. 81st place. Oh. Hopefully, Alexander, you'll be able to translate that. You can respond back. There we go. Anyway, so I got first. So that should take me up to 71 or 72%. Skip video. It's taken me to 72%. So I reckon I only need to do 2 more races to get to 75%. So let's take a look at what we've got next. Tier 13, an elimination. Why not? Let's give it a go. And if this takes me to either 73 or 74%, I'm tempted to do a cup after this. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, let me. I've just messed that up. Let me try that again. 1 second. 1 second. Let's do all. Now let's do YouTube there. Does that not go? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yes, let me just quit out of here. So, Josie's asking, what does cloud saving do? So, let me just come out of it. It might be different on a Google device, but I would imagine they've got a similar sort of thing. But effectively, what you can do is just to make sure you don't lose anything, you can go to settings and click the save icon, and you've got the option of basically saving your current position to the cloud. Yeah. So the idea then is I'm assuming what Alexander did is he then applied a number of upgrades, in other words, spent some gold, did the racing to get what he needed to do, and then I assumed he did a restore back to this hit back to his device before he'd applied the update. So he basically restored his gold. And what I want to find out is, after doing that, did his time in F1 remain? If indeed he did any of that. So Alexander's saying he's 81st. So if I go into the global leaderboard, we should be able to see Alex somewhere down here. Alexander, sorry. Let's have a look. And he said he had a Mercedes, so let's have a look. It's possible he's probably dropped down a bit. Yeah, I'm not finding him. So did it remove your time then? Oh, right, okay. Oh, hello. Onimaru MMB says hi. Welcome back. I remember you from before. Good to have you with us again. Yeah, welcome back. Anyway, there we go. So that's a number of questions. We'll come back to that if Alexander is able to understand and advise. Right, so back to the KOENIGSEGG JESKO Absolute exclusive series. I'm up to 72%. I just quit out of doing the elimination, but it was right at the beginning, so it won't have cost me any durability. Let's give that another go now. Oh, look at this. Up into third already. Let's see if we can... Oh, no, drop back to fourth. Find the gap. Into the gap. There we go. So we can accelerate out. Oh, look at that. I'm in first. Can we keep that, though? Onimaru is asking, will I play match? Do you mean the online multiplayer event? So I'm in first. There's 4 cars left on track. I am over 100 yards ahead of second. It is looking pretty good for a first place again. Okay, only 2 cars left on track now. I'm over 200 yards ahead of second. As long as I keep me cool, keep the car on the track, I should have this in the bag. And there we go. Victory is mine. I'm going to slow down now, see if he catches me. Probably didn't slow down in time. Not to worry. So there we go. First, still plenty of durability left. As I said, I'm tempted now to do a cup just to get that victory in. There we go, 74%. So if I do a cup, that'll take me to 75% and should be a nice rounding off to today's very short live stream. Now, so we got Circuit of the Americas. That's 6 laps. I might as well do one of the longest ones. I don't like the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm not doing that at this moment in time. I don't like it. So I've got Mount Panorama, Suzuka Circuit. I'm going to leave. How many laps? So that's 3. I think I'm going to leave Mount Panorama until the very end because I consider that one to be one that I can win quite easily. So I'll leave that Cup one. Let's do Suzuka. And this track is currently the track that this car is competing in the weekly time trial. And I don't think it's particularly suited to this track, but let's give it a go. So Onimaru has said that the device is lagging. And the honest answer to that is I'm not sure if it is. I'm looking at my screens here and it all looks okay, so I'll do a bit of racing and then I'll pause it and look back at the stream just to see if there is a problem. Let me just pause it there. It looks all right to me. It looks fine. As I said, the quality of the graphics isn't as good with this one, but it doesn't look like there's a lag. Oops. Okay, so I'm up into 6th place. I've got 5 cars to overtake, and after this lap, 4 laps to do it in. So I'm about on course. It's not been brilliant driving, just for a change for me, but it has been fun. All right, I'll get this guy here on this corner. There we go. So that sort of makes it parity, 1 car per lap to overtake. And obviously, if I do win this, I get over 75%, and I'll get 40 gold. And as per usual, I've gone off track. I have struggled getting around that corner. You do have to brake earlier than normal, I find, with this car. But sometimes I forget to do it. I have noticed in the time trial, a lot of people have actually set faster laps with the Koenigsegg 1-to-1. And I did give that a go. I found I was just a little bit slower. And the key was I was about level until the final part of the lap, which is obviously a straight. So I got caught by my shadow of this particular car, the JESKO ABSOLUT. Oops-a-daisy. So there we go. I'm in 4th. Anyway, Alexander, that's a really good effort. Well done. Well done indeed. I have broken too late again. So where am I? I'm 4th with 3 laps to go. So in fairness, I have got 3 laps and 3 cars. So I'm still on target despite the fact I keep getting that corner wrong. Okay, let's see if we can close the gap on 3rd. There we go. There we go. There we go. Into 3rd. Second's nowhere to be seen though, so I do have a bit of work to do. Okay, there's 2nd. I've just got to remember to brake early this time. There you go, that's better. I like putting my rubber down on the track. I do think it's important. And nothing to do with the fact I'm going too fast round the corner. Okay, so look at this. I am in striking distance of second and first, but I feel like I'm on ice skates. Oh, there we go. Round the corner. Opportunity of getting second. I've still got another lap to go. So I may even be on target to get first, but it is going to be close. There we go. There we go. That's second. What I can't do is mess up this braking around this corner. So I did brake a little bit earlier just to make sure I didn't go flying off. Okay. I am in attacking distance of first now. Oh, yeah, there we go. Almost slingshot around him there. Let's see if I can get him on this. There we go. There we go. Amazingly, I'm in first with half a lap to go. Accelerate out that corner. I am pulling away ever so slightly, but it is a little bit close. Up, up. There we go. Amazingly, I've got first there. Jose's put driving god. I don't know about that. It's a little bit of luck, and the fact that I've done so much skidding, I'm now used to driving a car that skids all the time. That and perseverance, obviously, that always helps. But there we go. Should be over 75%. Should have hit. I'm not going to service the car just yet, though, just to make sure. For some reason, I don't trust this game at all. Despite the fact I like playing it. There we go. 40 gold, $90,000. 265 gold. Right, now let's service the car. Okay, so what's the reward for 100%? 60 gold. 60 gold. All right, then. So there's a real opportunity. Now, there's a real opportunity, I think, of being in a position, because I know what's coming around the corner, of fully upgrading. I'm not going to do it today, but I might take a look at it a little bit closer at some point. If not tomorrow, definitely Monday. Of doing the fully upgrading the Nissan 240Z and still having enough gold to fully upgrade one of the cars that's available on Tuesday. So lots of driving still coming up. In terms of tomorrow, I'm going to step away from this little mini series and I will be looking to complete the end of the road event. Now, it will give me 30 gold, but looking at what's available for me, so it's 3,250 VP points. That only means I'm going to get 2 rewards tomorrow, so including no gold, which is a bit of a shame, but there we go. But if we go into my garage and have a look at the Bugatti, search, where are you? There you are. And let's try and find that car. There she is. You'll actually see, I mean, it does look very nice, to be fair. Very beautiful car. You'll actually see I've actually got, for whatever reason, 23 out of 28 upgrades applied to it. So if apparently you can do it without any upgrades, then, allegedly I should be able to breeze through it. And I bet you any money, I don't. I bet you it's still quite hard. I probably have completed. No, I haven't. Wow. So even though I've got it upgraded a lot more than what I normally have a car upgraded to, I still haven't completed the series. So I do look forward to the time when a 50% offer is on this car. But my word, aren't those upgrades expensive? Okay, so there we go. So that'll be tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow's stream, end of the road event, hopefully from start to end. That might be fun. I'll be looking to do it UK time, 4 p.m. So hopefully you guys can come and join me and have a bit of fun. Just a quick review, though. I haven't done a lot of driving today. I knew that would be the case. It is coming up to 1:30. It is 1:30 in the UK, and obviously the qualifying is in half an hour. So I did say I would wrap up before the start of that. So I haven't done any time trials, but the weekly time trial, I've already got that in C. The Formula One time trial, I am also in C. So come Wednesday morning, that's a potential collection of 75 gold. In regards to multiplayer, I wasn't going to touch this today. The reason being, I've never scored 9 gold before on the online multiplayer event. The highest I've ever got to is 7. So as soon as I got to 9, I just thought, I'm stepping away at this point. Let me record that, and then it gives me something to aim for in next week's online multiplayer event. So 9 gold already there. I did earn that in yesterday's stream. So if you do want to watch that, take a look at yesterday's stream. In regards to in regards to upgrades, I've just gone through that. There is one on the list that I might do, but I won't look at it until either after the racing tomorrow or indeed on Monday's stream. And finally, in terms of racing, unfortunately, I completely messed up with the Chevrolet Corvette Grand Sport. So that's still at 75%. So again, the next time that I do one of these multiple series will be Monday. So that car will appear, as will the Koenigsegg JESKO ABSOLUT. Already up to 75%. I will try to get this car in a position to complete that series because it's 60 gold. And that really will help me to potentially fully upgrade one car on Monday and then potentially upgrade a second car on Tuesday. But tomorrow is all about the event. So there we go. That's the end of the stream. Radioactive subs, as just said hello. Hello, Radioactive subs. Welcome back. Thanks for joining. Good to have you with us. I am actually just finishing off, so I apologise for that. But there will be another stream tomorrow at 4 p.m. UK time. So, in other words, after the Grand Prix. Right, there we go. So all that it remains for me to do is first off to wish you all whatever is left of your day, or maybe it's just starting out. I hope it's a good one. And I hope the weather is better there than what it is here, because it is a bit miserable here. But I hope no matter what, you have a good one and a good weekend all round as well. I hope that you can join me for tomorrow's live stream at 4 p.m. UK time. I will be carrying out the event, which is End of the Road. So hopefully you can join me then. Until then, all I've got to say now is thank you and goodbye.